We got a whole lot of winning to show you from Bernhard Langer in 2017, the very first tournament of the year. This is him at the Mitsubishi Electric Championship par 317th trip.
Aloha, Todd. Yeah, exactly. What a way to start the season. And people thought he might start slowing down as he got into his late 50s and 60s. Well, there's been no slowing down in Mr. Langer.
So now we jump ahead after making that birdie to 18, the birdie to win.
And this is what he has been doing. It's amazing. He hits more greens than anybody, and he makes more putts. And there is his first trophy of the year.
More to come, like at the region's tradition par 3, 17th hole is T-ball.
And you know what? The length of his golf swing and the rhythm of it, it just is so solid. It's so synchronized, and he really hasn't lost that much distance, but he's always been a really steady iron player, but it's in full flight since he's hit the PGA Tour champion.
Wins his first major championship, senior major championship of the year by 5 shots.
Wow.
Now the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship. We look at the par 4, 16th hole. This for birdie.
I think we see a lot of this, don't we, Todd? We see a lot of that line rolling just like that. When you see the line doing no wobbling and rolling just like that, and if you line it up right, it's going to go in, and they've been going in with regularity this year. Another major, by the way, Todd.
Oh, we got more. Let's go to Wales for the Senior Open Championship.
Are the trophies going to keep getting bigger?
I
hope he can't get any bigger than that last one.
Par 5, 18th hole, he makes that for birdie, wins by 3 shots. His 3rd senior major championship of the season, his 10th senior major all time.
Okay, now we're back to a normal size trophy, the claret jug type looking trophy. Very nice, very nice.
Let's go to Pebble, Pure Insurance Championship, the par 4, 15th, second shot.
And again, down the hill, just a short iron, beautiful drive. Not such a good angle to that front pin, but again, another win. Yep, this one just by 3 shots. That's all.
His 5th of the year. Let's go to the playoffs. Charles Schwab Cup playoffs, the very first one. Dominion Energy Charity Classic for Eagle and the win on 18.
What I said about the length, this par 5, there were a lot of players in the field that couldn't get there. Langer got there, and oh boy, that's how you walk through the door right there.
How about that emotion from the usually reserved German? And then the next playoff event, the Power Shares QQQ Championship, second playoff hole, par 4 for birdie.
Well, if he had one hand on the Charles Schwab Cup, this is where he puts 2 hands on it. If he performs well this week like he has been, he is going to be so tough to take down.
It is remarkable what Bernhard Langer has been doing since the age of 50, which was 10 years ago. He has 36 PGA Tour Champions victories. He's second only to Hale Irwin, who has 45. And we now bring in Tim Rosafort. And, you know, you could easily make the argument that right now Bernhard Langer is a better golfer at the age of 60 than maybe he was when he won 2 green jackets and was #1 in the world.
I called Bernhard last week at his home down in Boca to talk about what he's doing right now. And Todd, the quote that I'll never forget, he said, "There are a number of weeks where I thought this is as good as it can be." Now, can you imagine 60 years old talking like that? Well, Nick Faldo couldn't. I'm sorry. Nick Faldo couldn't, but neither could Nicky Price, because I was with Nicky and I said, "What do you think of Langer, what he's doing?" And instead of answering the question, Todd, he broke into a laughter that took about maybe 10 or 15 seconds before it subsided, and then said, "I have no idea where he gets his desire from. He's been doing this since he was 16 years old. The fire still burns in his stomach." And guys like Price and Faldo and Greg Norman, who's 62, they don't feel it the way that Bernhard does. You know, Bernhard had nothing to prove, obviously. He's a major champion, two majors, a Hall of Famer, Ryder Cup captain, victorious Ryder Cup captain, does his business as gentlemanly as anybody. And and yet he still wants it as bad as he ever did, and he's producing the type of golf shots that are reminiscent of when he won 2 Masters titles.
And it's not just what he does on the golf course. I mean, in the gym, in the kitchen, he is highly disciplined, and he's got more money than he'll ever need. So he's just doing this for pride, desire, and determination.
As you said, motivation has never been a problem for me. Whether he's a kid who flew over here and played on the tour when he was in his early 20s to the guy who's 60 years old trying to trace down. And isn't it ironic, the guy that he played that Ryder Cup match against, to the greatest bulldogs in the last 40 years of golf, and that's Hale Irwin.
And there you look at the Charles Schwab Cup winner since 2010, Bernhard Langer, with an opportunity to win his 5th and his 4th in a row. Don't forget our Charles Schwab Cup Championship coverage coming up this week. Also, we're going to show you the shots of the week. We're going to travel the globe. Hey, we were in Las Vegas this past week on the PGA Tour? Why not a pair of aces coming at you? Stay with us.